Hello guys, how's it going? I hope that everything is okay. The start of our lessons is going to be our first tutorial video lesson about the first guide. We are going to talk about comparative, superlatives, and an introduction about present perfect. The second guide is going to be about a comparison between present perfect and past simple. This is why I'm not going to concentrate a lot about on present perfect for this lesson, but the next lesson I'm going to go back for the first guide, and the second guide we are going to finish it. Ese video vamos a concentrar sobre comparatives y superlatives y vamos a hablar un poquito sobre el present perfect. La segunda guía va a ser mucho más enfocada sobre el present perfect y el past simple. Entonces, las informaciones lo que son sobre el present perfect de esa guía, yo no la voy a explicar completamente porque el próximo video lo vamos a cubrir todo, ¿ok? Sobre el present perfect. Yo voy a volver un poquito a guía 1 y terminar guía 2. So, let's start. As I said, comparative and superlatives. Comparative, we use comparative to compare between things, persons, animals, wherever, okay? This is the comparative. We use adjectives. How we can use, what is adjectives? Adjectives give us more information about people, about things, animals, food, whatever, ¿ok? Entonces, para utilizar comparative necesitamos saber los adjetivos, adjectives. Adjectives son lo que dan información, más información sobre una persona o cosa, animal, lo que sea, ¿ok? Y tengo un ejemplo. I have an example for you. This is the first example. I am talking about myself. I am tall. Okay, tall is alto. I am tall. So if I want to compare myself with my brother, I add to tall er. So I am taller, and I add than. I am taller than my brother. Yo soy más alto que mi hermano. By adding the er to the adjectives. Okay, we have another example. Mary is thin, but Lara is thinner, okay? Here it's a comparative, thinner. Lara is thinner than Mary. Okay, here a full sentence. So note something here that when we added er to the adjective thin, we doubled the n. Cuando incluimos er al objetivo thin, nos tocó duplicar la n, okay? Right now we have double n. Otro ejemplo, big, bigger. Con todos adjetivos, lo que son corticos, que empiezan con consonante, vocal, consonante, como big, lo que big, b, consonante, y vocal, g, lo que es consonante. Cuando incluimos ir, toca duplicarlo, ¿ok? La última letra. So we have to double the last letter, okay? Because we have consonant, vowel, consonant, okay? The red car is big, but the white one is bigger, so the white car is bigger than the red car, okay? Here I'm giving an opinion using better than and worse than. This is another form of comparative. Better than, mejor que, worse than, peor que. Okay, so Stranger Things is better than Dark. I am compared between Netflix series. My opinion is Stranger Things is better than Dark. Shakira's songs are worse than Madonna's songs. This is my opinion, okay? So, let's move. Here we have another case. If we have at the end of the adjective y, we need to add er to make it comparative. We need to make some changes in the word, like here. So here with adjectives that end with the letter y, when adding the er, we change it to ier, like pretty, prettier, okay? Look here, we didn't write it, added the er to the y. We changed the y to I, then we added er, okay? So Amanda is prettier than Nadia. Here we have also sometimes we cannot add the ER. In the case of the Y, we needed to change the Y to I and write ER, but sometimes we cannot. Some adjectives, they don't accept ER. Algunos adjectives, adjetivos, no aceptan ER. Like beautiful, exceptional, desirable. Todos los que terminan con full L o BLE, able, like beautiful, exceptional, desirable, no aceptan ER porque son construidas de más que dos sílabas. Beautiful, they are 3 syllables, son 3 sílabas, entonces incluimos ER, ya son 4 sílabas, va a sonar como beautifuler, es mal dicho. So we use more, lo que es más, or less, lo que es menos. So the red apple is more beautiful than the green one. Ahí estamos comparando, que es la manzana roja es más bonita que la verde, okay? So the red apple is less exceptional than the green one. The red apple is more desirable than the green one, okay? So this is all about comparative, right? So right now we are going to move to superlative. Here we have an example. My brother is the biggest in the family. Here I'm comparing, not comparing, here I'm saying that my brother in my family, he's the biggest one. He's bigger than me, he's bigger than my sisters, my dad, he's the biggest. So we add est to put an adjective in superlative. And the adjectives, they follow the same rule when it comes to spelling. Like here, we doubled the G, the last letter. It's the same, okay? Here, big, bigger, biggest, fat, fatter, fastest, silly, even the Y rule, sillier and silliest, okay? The red car is the biggest. And the same thing with these adjectives that they end with full or al or ble. They don't accept er, they don't accept est. So we use must or least. Must, lo más, least, lo menos. Nadia is the most beautiful girl in the school. Red apples are the least exceptional fruit, okay? And here we are going to talk about agreement and disagreement a little bit. So, agree or disagree, de acuerdo o no de acuerdo. Esa es la idea. Todo es sobre opiniones. We may agree or disagree with an opinion. So, let's see the first example here. I think that Nadia is the most beautiful girl in school. Do you agree with me? This is a question. Do you agree with me? ¿Estás de acuerdo conmigo que Nadia es la niña más bonita en el colegio? Well, I disagree. I think that Noor is the most beautiful girl in the school. Here I am showing disagreement. Or, I agree with you. I think that Nadia is the most beautiful girl in school. Another example. We think it's better to order pizza for lunch. Does mom agree with us? Here we are asking about the opinion of our mom. So she's third person. We don't say do mom, does mom, okay? Porque es tercera persona, singular. With he, she, and it, we use does. We don't use do. We use does. So if she agrees with us, yes, she does. If she doesn't agree, no, she doesn't, okay? So these were all about superlatives and comparatives, okay, and adjectives, and we talked a little bit about agreement and disagreement. So now we are going to move to present perfect. As I said before, I'm going to give you just like an introduction about present perfect, because the next video we are going to focus on present perfect, okay? So let's start. Present perfect for and since, when you use for and since. So every time we are going to learn any grammatical rule, we need to think of something really important, which is when we use this grammatical rule and how we use it. Cada vez que vamos a aprender una regla gramatical, nos toca pensar en dos cosas. Cómo lo utilizamos y cuándo lo utilizamos, ¿ok? So, let's start with how we use it. ¿Cómo lo utilizamos? La grammatical form. So, if we have the subject, I, you, they, and we should put have and then past participle, okay? If have he, she, and it, we use has and then the past participle. Don't worry, I'm going to explain it to you. Let's start with the first example here. He has lived in Bogota for 3 years. So we put he, it's the subject. Has, it's an auxiliary because with he we put has. And then we have a verb with ed at the end. This is past participle, okay? I know it's the same with the past simple, like last year he lived in Washington, okay? But even though it's the same word, but the function is different. Hasta que es la misma palabra, pero cuando tenemos has ya cambia la función de esa palabra. Por eso cambia a past participle, no es solo past, ¿ok? Es la diferencia entre has lived y he lived, es como la diferencia. Viví y he vivido. Así es la diferencia. La función es muy diferente en esa manera. So, now let's talk a little bit when we use it. ¿Cuándo lo utilizamos? The present perfect is often used to talk about situations that started in the past and are continuing now. Lo utilizamos cuando una situación empezamos en el pasado y sigue pasando ahorita. Okay? We sometimes use the present perfect in a question with how long, to ask about how long a present situation has continued. Utilizamos how long es para hacer una pregunta, que es ¿qué tanto tiempo pasó esa cosa? Eso lo que quiere decir en la guía. So here we have a question. How long has he lived in Bogota? He has lived in Bogota for 3 years. Okay, with 4 we talk about how many years, cuántos años. Or we can answer the same question in a different way. Podemos responder a la misma pregunta en una manera diferente, pero seguimos con el mismo mensaje. He has lived in Bogota since 2017. Okay, so 3 years. It's the same. In negative way, he hasn't lived. We put if we lived in Bogota. Okay, this is the negative form of the answer. For now, I'm going to stop here. I know that I didn't finish the guide, but we are going to complete the study guide in the next video. We are going to talk about present perfect from this guide number 1 and guide number 2 that's going to talk about present perfect and past simple, comparing between them, okay? So this was our video for now. Remember to put like on the video so we can know that you've already seen the video. And see you later. Remember to wash your hands all the time, okay? See you.